Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks. I'm here today to talk about the Vampire Diaries. I'm so glad it came back. I forgot it was coming back like this early, because usually it's like they bring back stuff like the middle of January, toward the end. So I was pleasantly surprised when I found out Vampire Diaries was new, and I was so pleasantly surprised when David just kissed Elena.
Yes, on the episode called The New Deal.
Yay! Because
I loved the moment, because it was just kind of like, forget this, I'm going to feel guilty about something. And then he kissed her, and she totally wanted it.
Well, she obviously didn't fight it off, and she, because it seemed when she was like, he's like, I didn't have to feel guilty finally, and she's like, feel guilty about what? Damon, like you could sense one of her little, I don't know, moments going on, like, tell me how you feel, but don't tell me how you feel, but tell me.
I mean, it's just nice to see that she's just as conflicted as, well, actually, I don't think he is I guess
he's conflicted with feelings of guilt with his younger brother, but he feels what he feels about Elena, and he's like, you know what? There's no sense in me I'm Damon. And you know what? I need to just screw this. I feel bad anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I went on Twitter and that,
It wasn't trending?
Well, I don't know if it trended at that moment because I didn't get on Twitter till later, but sometimes these Elena fans will take over Twitter, like, all day long.
Yeah. The finale was like up for a long time,
yeah,
like days and stuff.
I'm pretty sure there was.
Yeah, it might have been at the moment, but I got on Twitter later. I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, where's they kiss? Damon kissed Elena. Where is it?
Yeah, maybe we're just a little too late on the Twitter. We need to get on that some more. I still like how Stefan is still kind of like, okay, whatever. I just think he's more interesting that way. I really do. I like it. I like kind of like jerky Stefan. I do.
I was surprised that Damon found out the truth about why Stefan did what he did just an episode, later. I mean, it's been a long break to us, but it's just an episode later. I'm surprised that Elena made Damon compel Jeremy to leave Mystic Falls.
Very surprised about
not
that.
because I guess I would be surprised if she would do it because she's already done that, but they're telling this kid to. Well, first of all, I like Jeremy. Steve is nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
I like the eye candy. I really liked when he chopped off that dude's head for some reason. I don't know what that does, if your opinion of me has lowered, if you think I'm sick, but when he just was like, he's not dead yet, and got that knife, was like, BAM!
It's like the boy has become
a man. It's just like,
yes.
He's 16, he shouldn't have to do things like this, and I'm like, he ain't no 16! You can tell me he's 16. I'm like, Bobby.
You can tell me
Bobby's kind of nasty.
But he's legal in my eyes. That sounded so bad. But anyway.
I'm like, I was surprised to say, you guys are trying to pass him off as 16?
I forgot that they were trying to pass him off as 16.
Like, I'm like, how long?
I forgot.
I'm like, how young was he supposed to be passing off before?
Well, you know what? Well, never mind.
How many? They had 2 decade dances.
I don't know.
And but now this is like
it's their senior year.
It's their senior year. Like, but it's like the start of their senior year. And they do a decade dance like it's every year, right? So have they had 3 years?
It's season 3.
It's season 3, so it's like, wasn't Jeremy in high school? Well, I guess he would have been if he's like a junior or something. But why would you be?
I guess he was. Was he a freshman?
Well, yeah, I guess you're a junior. You start off when you're 16. It just seems really weird. He's not 16. He does not look 16. I mean, there are 16-year-olds.
It's television.
I know it's television, but it's just like, he's a 16-year-old kid.
I think we're just really defensive. We're just really defensive of it because he was really, really sexy at that moment. It's just kind of like 16. He's not 16.
I was just like little Elena. It's like, he shouldn't have to be like this. His life is so hard. And I'm gonna send my little brother away out this world full of vampires and witches and monsters and hope he's okay because I'm trapped at Mystic Falls while these angry boyfriends vampires fight over me.
Well, I can't, that was funny, but I can't deny her wanting to do that because she is the doppelganger, and she is connected into all this, and he's kind of really not. But he's just intertwined because of everything that happened.
He is connected, not supernaturally connected.
But that's her
he's
brother,
not supernaturally connected to it. But I mean, the Gilberts have this heritage rooted into the town. He's not supernaturally connected. And honestly, you need elements of the show who are not supernaturally connected. And actually, he is supernaturally connected because now he sees ghosts.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring that up. I was like, I don't really know how.
You just made him supernatural.
He can't really put it behind him if he's still seeing ghosts, and all it takes is for maybe one ghost to remind him of everything that happened. He
hasn't forgotten. He just is like, I'm getting out of town.
But still, he can be aware that he was compelled, is what I'm saying. And I think if he discovered that, he would
mad all over again.
Yeah, be upset and be back to what it was. I kind of liked how he was kind of hardcore, and he was
when he did, I'm like, oh yeah, now it's time
because he was like,
Jeremy to be the man. Because they always said it like, this is what Jeremy's gonna become. This,
but you know what? I like how they're writing the normal people in the show. Okay, technically he's not really normal because he has these supernatural powers or whatever. He can see the dead. But I like how they put the realism into it. Like with Matt, he was like, I ain't got time to do none of this stuff because I got a job and I've got school and I ain't got time to deal with none of y'all little vampire werewolf mess. And so then Jeremy, he's like, how y'all gonna tell me to worry about worry about work and worry about school when people are trying to kill me everywhere I go and trying to take my family.
Jumped in front of the car.
I was just like, yeah, like, that makes total sense. And so I just love how they put the realism into the show, and I loved how he said that because they just added that. I'm pretty sure this won't be the last of Jeremy. I'm pretty sure he's going to come back.
Well, yeah, I guess he'll just be gone for whatever amount of episodes that they wrote him to not be in the show for whatever amount of period of time, because not everybody gets 22 episodes.
I think what he said that moment was what was needed, and it was really good. And I really enjoyed it. So props to the writers for that.
Yeah, but I'm just like, ugh. Come on, Elena. I completely understand her saying, I want my brother out of here. I want him to be safe. But it's just kind of like, you're leaving this, it's a really dangerous world. Can you really trust Klaus? And,
no, I mean, Catherine said it a million times. She said, if Klaus wants you, he wants you dead. You're gonna be dead no matter what.
And Catherine took Jeremy because he can speak to ghosts. Who's to say someone else won't take Jeremy for whatever reasons? I just think, realistically, when you think about it, Jeremy's not really safe.
I don't think any of them none of them are really, not since they're all connected with each other and
I think he better off somewhere where he can take Vervain, have a home where he can say, no, you're not invited. And have, Damon around,
Well, he did invite Tyler into the house.
That was stupid.
It was stupid, but Jeremy has always been that kind of young, reckless, I do whatever.
I'm like, oh, Jeremy, you're getting on my nerves right now, but when he chopped that dude's head off, I'm like, I'm ready for you, Jeremy.
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm like, I'm ready for this new Jeremy.
Yeah.
And then, like, you gotta go. I'm like, well, darn it. Like, I don't feel like, I keep waiting for them to take him to the super interesting place. Like, I was glad he had his little romance with Anna, because that's what I missed. And so many fans loved Anna, and we were really mad when you guys killed her. You have no idea. But, so, I mean, I like that storyline. There are storylines I like with Jeremy, but as far as coming into his own, I never felt it so much until he chopped that dude's head off. Yeah. And it was like, now it's time for the Hunter Jeremy. Like, we're not going to leave town. We're going to fight, and we're going to take on Klaus, and I'm going to do my homework, too. And it's like, no, you're going to leave town.
You're going to leave town.
You're going to have some beers. Right, big sister? Right, guardian? He's 16, right? He's 16, right? Go have a couple of beers.
It was funny, but But you know, them doing that was like I said, it was totally surprising and totally unexpected. And these people, they really want to keep you on your toes. They do not want you to try to predict anything on this show.
Well, you know what? I would have liked to predict that, and I'm sorry. I think it would have been better in my mind if.
You can't say it's gonna be better because you don't know what they're going to do.
We'll wait.
You don't know what they're going to do.
We'll wait, and then I'll say, you know what? They should have kept.
Let's move on real quick from talking about Jeremy for like ever. Tyler, you know, he still has this whole sire thing, and it kind of seemed like he's like thinking about it, like, you know, like I'm loyal to Klaus, but like I'm hurting my friends, or you know, this type of thing. And it's kind of the same, almost the same thing he was going through when he first found out about him being a werewolf, and kind of like, you know, should I go in there and help Caroline that she's being tortured and possibly killed, or and so it's kind of like he's always had these
peer pressure moments.
Yeah.
Because even though he was the one on top, he's, you know, it's like, I mean, a lot of times people who are like the head of the food chain and whatever, they're keeping up with appearances because their friends are a certain way. Because he like had this I'm a jerk persona, you know?
Yeah. I go back to Jerry just for a second. I love wait a second. But when Tyler, it has to do with Tyler. When Tyler sitting at the table, he was like, well, I guess I ripped my heart out. And Jerry was like, what? He was just like, what? I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and then it was like that they needed that revelation for Jeremy, because Tyler's still off in La La Land. He's like, I don't even think about it. He's still in La La Land. So they needed that revelation for Jeremy. But it's pointless because he left out!
Stop. Okay, but also, Caroline wasn't in this episode.
Disappointing.
Yeah, but she'll be in the next one.
You know what? I honest to God don't really care if Tyler's light bulb goes off or not and says, you know what? I don't want to be friends with Klaus anymore. I honest to God don't even care.
Yeah, as long as they keep making the show interesting, because it was really cool seeing the Caroline and Tyler thing going on, but now...
You know what? I'm kind of so over it. I was so into it. Now, I'm so over it.
Well, it's kind of, like, it just can't be.
Christmas was enough.
It just can't be because how he is and what's going on, and so, I mean, they did have this beautiful romance, but it just can't happen now that he's sired.
You know, and then I had time to reflect. I totally respect Matt's decision to end the relationship, but I started reflecting back on when she sang that song, and he got up on the stage and he kissed her, and they had this.
So now you're Team Matt again?
I'm Team. I got a life. I got a job. I respect his decision. I really, really do.
Yeah.
I really do. But I'm just saying. I started just reminiscing, and I'm just like, I'm Team Sip. You can be single. You can be happy and by yourself sometimes, darn it. Be single and happy.
And live. Okay.
And live. You need to discover yourself. You don't always need a man you don't need a man to discover yourself to know if you're annoying or nothing like that. You can figure that out on your own.
Okay. Also, happened in this episode with Klaus. I thought it was interesting how, well, first of all, I thought it was cool. They showed in the preview of Jeremy stepping inside in front of the van or whatever truck or whatever it was.
Why wasn't he eating vervain, by the way?
I don't know. I figured they all were kind of sipping it or drinking it in some type of way, so...
Because if someone wants to bite you, what is your little bracelet gonna do?
I don't know. And so, but I was surprised when Alaric pushed him out the way and got hit by the truck, but his ring didn't really work as good as it was supposed to.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if something's wearing off with the ring, or it was because, I mean, a hybrid did hit him with a car, but he did get hit with a car. So I was concerned whether it was going to work in the first place.
Yeah, then he goes to the hospital, and evil Nanny Carrie from One Tree Hill is
I'm
over.
I'm like, and then she had a couple lines, and my mom's like, who is that? I'm like, I don't know who she's supposed to be in the show, but she's either going to be evil, or she's going to die tragically in 2 episodes. That's what they do with them 2 random schoolgirls that came over to Tyler's house. Like, yeah, it's party.
I'm like, yeah, you're gone. It's like wearing a red shirt on Star Trek.
Yeah.
If you're semi-important, you're dead. Okay, but no, it was interesting seeing her because I haven't seen her since One Tree Hill, and actually she's Tori DeVito, who is also Mrs. Paul Wesley. Sorry for all you people who fangirls who thought he was single, but that is his wife. And apparently she's going to be a love interest for Alaric. And we'll see how that goes. But but I'm still curious of why his ring didn't work. And is Jeremy's ring...
I thought for sure
going to react the same, you know, and...
Vampires. Like, when, you know what, I didn't know what to think when Alaric got up at first, after he, like, passed out and went to the hospital. I'm like... Because I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't know what somebody slipped him something. I didn't know if he was going to, like, bite her all of a sudden, and it's like, oh no, Alaric's a vampire! I didn't know what to expect. I was surprised he had his little moment.
Very, very surprised. I loved how... I knew eventually Elena was going to tell Klaus about Rebecca, because they have to bring her back in some type of way, shape. And so I'm not surprised that she, she switched, made a deal saying Jeremy for Rebecca. I don't know why she didn't think that he wouldn't maybe go after somebody else. Yeah. Just because he said he wouldn't hurt Jeremy.
Well, I guess she figures she had to protect her little brother first, so he can have beer.
And so, but I did love how before she left out, she's like, oh, by the way, Rebecca hates you because you killed her mother. Yeah. And so Joseph Morgan had a very nice scene at the end, well, when he was talking to Rebecca, like, I wish you were here with me, and maybe one day he, killed her again. And, had that tears. Like, that man is a very good actor. Like I said, you haven't seen Immortals. He acted his butt off. Like, he was like, it's a total different from Klaus to the character he played on Immortals, by the way. And it's just kind of like, oh my goodness.
But yeah. I guess he is toting his family around because he didn't want the secret to get out about how his...
But wait a minute. There were 4 caskets.
Yeah.
Who the heck is in those caskets?
It's all his family, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying...
Yeah, brothers...
Yeah, that they never showed.
Yeah.
So I'm
curious about the one that won't open.
Yes, the one that won't open.
Maybe he has like a twin or something. She had the...
That would be interesting if she had a twin.
Because Bonnie had that dream and Klaus was in the casket, So,
So,
I think it'd be pretty messed up that they didn't show the twin prior in the flashback, but, kind of, well... I guess you couldn't say that they just planned it because this is all this season. So, and then the flashback episode was part of this season. But that's just something I'm throwing out there. Why would Klaus be in one of those caskets in her dream?
If they wanted Joseph Morgan to continue on the show and they killed Klaus, I guess he could still be there if there's a twin brother. That's all I'm saying. But that's
Elijah's in one of them.
So, anyways, tell us what you think. I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks.
Hi, I'm Katrina from the Gorgeous Geeks, and I'm here to tell you that we have some swag for you to buy. Like good, great stuff, like this coffee mug.
And what does it say, Katrina?
It says, yesterday's science fiction is today's science facts. Ooh. Tastes like geeky. You can go and buy cool t-shirts like this nice cool white tank top that says Gorgeous Geek on it. You know you want it. And you can dress it up like this, or this, or this, or even like this. I'm getting chilly. Geekiness. Or this. No, you can't see it, but it's still there. So go to thegorgeousgeeks.com and buy some swag. Go to thegorgeousgeeks.com to get other t-shirts, keychains, and other cool geeky swag that will keep you looking fly and still representing your geeky pride.